Good day, everybody. Again, my name is Eric Leyland, and thank you for jumping into this video. Again, if you read the newsletter or if you, again, saw the title of this video and you jumped in, welcome. We talk all things digital marketing, and today we're going to be talking about AI. And I know everybody's talking about it, so I wanted to provide a little bit of a different spin, and this is coming from Simplify, where I work at for my day job. And so I really wanted just to kind of have this conversation because it allows people to see how we use it. What are some of the prevailing trends within this? And again, it's talking, as the title you can see, it is reshaping how we go about our lives. I use it all the time, and I'm uncovering and unpacking different ways to use it. And I wanted to talk about some of those so that we can all mind share around this together and figure out how we can use this to better ourselves. There's going to be times where it's going to be super successful, and sometimes it's going to be not so. So again, this article really just goes back into how can we use it? Why is it being disruptive? And what is the outcome of the AI that we're using within our lives? So again, in our world at Simplify, if you've never been around us or if you're not familiar with Simplify, we work in digital media management. So there's a lot of data that's involved in this. And when we look at some of the trends, again, that are happening, it's really a lot around, and it's why it's number one is that, data is a big piece to our lives here at Simplify. And from a marketer's perspective, and I've spent close to 20 years in this. It's always been around data. I worked, in Google Ads way back in 2006, and there's data that was there, right? That we're ingesting information about click-through rates and click-to-call ratios and evaluating keywords. And again, we use software to monitor and manage and optimize performance. Well, fast forward, we're in 2025, and again, these AI models are here to help us, understand these data points so that we can make informed decisions. And so when we look at what AI is doing, it's again providing us with the ability to problem solve. So a good example is a couple of weeks ago, one of my campaigns, the click-through percentage was through the roof. And so when we're looking at this, I can notice it, but if again AI can evaluate this quicker and faster, and we see things that are outside the norm, then it can give us an understanding of things that may be struggling or there's an issue. Again, we know that in programmatic advertising, there's certain, percentages that we need to stay in to be successful. And sometimes when it goes way outside of that, even if it's what would be considered a positive, that can actually highlight something that's negative because it's not what we have typically seen within these different areas. So for us, it just, again, it highlighted an issue and it brought us back to what's going on, how can we fix it and make sure that we're not wasting dollars. And conversely, if there's something that's going negative, if we're not meeting our KPIs, or if we're really low in something, then that's going to, again, alert us and then give us, again, a path forward. It's not going to make those decisions for us. It's going to be there, that tool that's going to highlight this is an issue. Now, what's the solution? So, for us, we see a lot of patterns in this advertising, right? Whether it's, trends in the economy or trends in the weather or trends in, campaigns. And so what AI can do is it's going to bring clarity to what's going on. So it can detect things that are going well, detect things that are going wrong, and help us to make decisions moving forward. And so it's going to again help us to unpack all this information that's around us, and then give us the ability to make smarter decisions. But that decision still lives in the human element, right? We want to control the controllables, and that's what again our expertise is here for. Again, I've been working in marketing for almost 20 years. And with all that, I've had a lot of successes and a lot of failures. And so if the AI can help me understand what's happening, and then I can go back and make a decision based off of that, again, it's going to help me be faster for the clients that I'm working with. And when you look at, again, one of the big impacts I've seen is where SEO is being impacted by AI. Again, Simplify works in paid media, so we don't really do a whole lot within SEO, but I've worked and I help with SEO for, some of my local clients. And so SEO has really changed over the last couple of months. And if you look at how Google is operating, you do a search and you're going to see AI, again, changing the landscape. And so one of the big pieces of information over the last couple of weeks is that Google has lost its dominance within Google or within search. Search behaviors are moving towards AI. People are using it. And now it's something that, again, we as an industry have to adapt to. And when it comes to SEO, it's always changing, right? The algorithm is always bending and it's changing, and we have to, keep up with it with the clients and help them to stay ahead of it. But really, again, when you look at what AI is doing, it's providing solutions and simple answers to questions that people have. Now, people still obviously, and it's still, the number one used search engine is Google, and people use AI differently than searching on Google, but it is happening more. And Google, for the first time, actually lost, share of voice within the search world. It still has a utter dominance in there, but it's less so, right? So like one of the things that somebody was talking about, and I forget who, or else I would give them the credit for it, but it's really going back to simplicity. Like if you look at the chat GPTs of the world, it's a simple interface. It's a question, and then it gives you those responses. Whereas with Google, you have paid ads and maps and sponsored links here, and you have obviously the integration of e-commerce, and like the whole landscape of Google is cluttered. And if it's a very simple question, people want a simple answer, and they can obviously get that through AI. And when you look at, again, how does that impact your SEO? So when you look at the the thought and the mentality behind SEO is to make sure that you have the expertise, that you have trustworthiness, they have the ability to showcase that this is what and that's what Google is really trying to, again, connect the dots on. So if somebody does a search, they're looking for something, they want to match up the best possible place for them, and they're going to make sure that you have that expertise and that trust and authority to make sure that website or that brand can answer that question. And AI is not really changing that, because again, they're looking at the same thing. So if you do a search in any of these environments, the more that you can line up your expertise, your trustworthiness, your ability to answer these questions, the more you're going to win. So from an SEO perspective, AI is having a huge impact on that. So when you look at advertising, it again goes back to data. So there's tons of data that's out there, whether you're in social media, whether you're programmatic or doing paid search. All these are areas that, again, are just massive data dumps. And so making sure that you're taking that in and personalizing that and helping it to be more connected to the consumer is going to help you win. So taking the information in, adapting to what people are searching for, and connecting the dots. That's how AI is really driving advertising to a better place. If I can be more targeted to what I'm looking for, the better. I always go back to the example like poor targeting. I used to on Yahoo Mail get female depends ads all the time. Like I don't know how that happened. Thankfully, it doesn't happen anymore. But like that's bad advertising, right? That's a waste of time. It hurts that client's that depends brand is hurt because again, I'm out here negatively talking about them. So again, it's important that your advertising is driving that messaging to the right people, and AI can really help that. Omnichannel is talking about all the different places that you need to be. So search and social and programmatic and email marketing and all these things. And so there's, again, just so much data, so many different touch points, and it's helping to drive solutions to all those areas and be able to report back, taking that information in, providing us with the information as to what's going on, and then helping to make decisions with our advertisers. And again, AI is really striving to accomplish that, and integrating it across all these different offerings will help to make things smarter. Again, going back to the human component, it's so important that we're helping our advertisers with our expertise make informed decisions on where, again, AI is reshaping that narrative. So again, AI is helping us. We're making those, decisions moving forward and helping our clients be successful in this area. And that's, again, what Simplify is about. That's what I help with. So if you've had questions about how your marketing is running, how do I get into these areas? How do I use the AI? Reach out to me and I can share how I do it. And I can help you understand why this is important and how to implement it safely and intelligently. So again, my name is Eric Leyland. Thanks for watching this, and I hope you have a blessed day.